It is late. The rest of the world has gone quiet, but your mind is still running a marathon. You are lying in the dark, feeling the heavy weight of tomorrow pressing down on your chest. The what-ifs are spinning endlessly, the unfinished tasks, the conversations you replay, the uncertain future. It feels like a tangled, heavy web of thoughts hovering right above you, refusing to let you go. If you are feeling this right now, know that biologically, your brain is just trying to protect you. Your amygdala, the tiny alarm system deep inside your mind, is currently firing, releasing cortisol into your body. It thinks you need to stay awake to solve a problem. It thinks you are in danger. But I want to remind you of a gentle truth tonight. Right here, right now, you are safe. You do not have to carry the weight of the world, and you do not have to figure it all out tonight. In Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, Jesus extends a beautiful, open invitation to your weary mind. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavily burdened, and I will give you rest." Notice carefully. He does not say, "Come to me, and I will give you all the answers immediately." He offers something much more profound for this midnight hour. He offers you his rest. So right now, I invite you to take a very slow, deep breath in and let it out gently. Together, we are going to intentionally hand every single one of those tangled thoughts over to him. Sometimes, letting go feels impossible because your body is still bracing for an impact that isn't coming. Your muscles are tight, your breathing is shallow, you are physically holding on to the worry. But true surrender is not just a spiritual concept. It is a biological off switch for your nervous system. When you consciously decide to trust God, you are sending a powerful signal of safety to your brain. As you whisper a prayer of release, the stress hormone, cortisol, gradually begins to lower. Your brain stops preparing for battle. The internal alarm bell finally falls silent. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7 tells us exactly how to trigger this release. It says, "Casting all your worries on him because he cares for you." The word casting means to deliberately throw something heavy away from yourself. Imagine those worries as heavy, chained boulders you have been dragging around all day. You were never meant to carry them into the night. They are too heavy for you. Right now, in your mind's eye, visualize yourself lifting that heavy burden and placing it in his hands. Feel the immediate relief as the weight is lifted off your chest and shoulders. He is strong enough to carry it. He is awake so that you can sleep. Rest in the profound truth that you are fully seen, fully known, and deeply cared for. Even after you let go, you might find your thoughts trying to drift back to the worry. This is completely normal. Your brain has spent years building deep neural pathways of overthinking. It is simply walking down a familiar, worn-out road, looking for problems to solve in the dark. When those what-ifs try to pull you back into the storm tonight, you need an anchor. You need something heavier and stronger than your own fleeting thoughts to hold you steady. The prophet Isaiah gives us this exact anchor in chapter 26, verse 3. He writes, "You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you." Notice the beautiful promise here. It is perfect peace. The word stayed means to lean upon, to rest your full physical weight entirely on something solid. Scientifically, when you actively choose to keep your mind stayed on him, you use neuroplasticity for healing. You are gently redirecting your focus, carving a brand new, quiet, illuminated pathway in your brain. Instead of wandering through the dark woods of anxiety, your mind walks a straight, calm road. When a fearful thought arises, do not fight it. Simply let it float by like a leaf on water, and gently bring your attention back to the heavy, secure anchor of his unchanging character. He is good, he is faithful, and his love for you is the safest place to rest. As your mind remains safely anchored, we can now begin to gently calm your physical body. Your nervous system has two main gears, one for fighting invisible threats and one for resting. Tonight, we want to intentionally shift your body into the gear of deep, restorative rest. God designed a beautiful, intricate pathway inside of you known as the vagus nerve. It acts as a gentle messenger, traveling from your brain all the way down to your heart. And this messenger listens closely to two things, the rhythm of your breath and the stillness of your soul. Psalm chapter 46, verse 10, God gives a command that activates this exact healing state. He speaks this simple yet profound instruction, "Be still, and know that I am God." Being still is not just the absence of movement. It is an active biological surrender. When you quiet your body and exhale slowly, The vagus nerve signals your heart rate to drop. Your blood pressure softens. Your muscles finally release their very last bit of defensive tension. Let's practice this sacred stillness together now. Breathe in deeply, welcoming his gentle presence. And as you breathe out slowly, release any remaining tension stored in your neck and shoulders. Just silently whisper to your own heart, "I am still, and he is God." Feel that wave of warm, heavy relaxation washing completely over you, from your head down to your toes. Sleep is the ultimate act of vulnerability, a daily practice of giving up control. When you close your eyes, you are physically admitting that you cannot watch over yourself. But neuroscience tells us something fascinating about the moments just before you fall asleep. As you drift off, your brain begins a vital process called memory consolidation. It takes the very last thoughts you held on to and weaves them into your deep neural network overnight. If you fall asleep in fear, your brain unknowingly practices fear while you rest. If you fall asleep anchored in trust, your brain physically wires itself for peace. Psalm chapter 121 verses 3 and 4 offers the perfect truth for this moment. It says, He who keeps you will not slumber. He will neither slumber nor sleep. The creator of the universe is standing guard over your life tonight. Because he never sleeps, you have the absolute permission to completely shut down. You can safely log off from your duties, your worries, and your endless planning. Imagine a soft, warm canopy of golden light gently forming over your bed right now. This is his protective presence, a shield of grace that nothing in the dark can pierce. So let your eyes remain closed, and let your mind safely drift into his hands. Even as you sleep, your mind continues to softly process the events of your day. In human biology, there is a fascinating psychological concept known as the negativity bias. It means our brains are naturally wired to hold on to negative moments tightly, almost like Velcro, while positive moments and blessings often slide right off our memories, just like water on glass. This is why one small worry can easily overshadow 100 beautiful blessings in the dark. But the Apostle Paul gives us a powerful remedy for this in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. He gently instructs our hearts, "Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is pure, think about such things." He is asking us to intentionally anchor our focus on the good. By deliberately dwelling on God's goodness before and during your rest, you literally change your mind. You are actively washing away the sticky residue of fear, replacing it with lasting peace. Imagine a gentle, warm river of golden light flowing smoothly through your mind right now. With every slow exhale you take, this river washes over the heavy, dark stones of today's worries. Watch as the dark edges completely smooth out, turning into bright, glowing stones of gratitude. You are profoundly safe here. The river of his perfect peace is continually flowing over you. Rest deeply in the knowledge that his goodness is far greater than your greatest fear. Even in deep sleep, your mind can sometimes try to wander back to the what-ifs. Scientists call this the default mode network, the part of your brain that ruminates when unchecked. Left alone, this network wanders through the dark valleys of past regrets and future fears. But tonight, you do not have to wander alone in the dark. Psalm 23 paints a beautiful picture of a mind perfectly shepherded by God. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." When the default mode network tries to drag you into restless worry, the Good Shepherd gently guides your wandering thoughts back to the still waters. He brings order to the chaotic noise, gently guiding your subconscious into perfect rest. Picture a peaceful, lush valley bathed in silver moonlight and warm, golden firelight. Your mind is no longer frantically searching for a path. The path has been prepared. You are being guided, protected, and constantly watched over by the creator of the universe. His gentle staff corrects your anxious thoughts, keeping them safe within his loving boundaries. Breathe in that ultimate provision. You lack nothing tonight. He is entirely enough. As you rest here in this quiet, sheltered valley, let's take a moment to talk about the gentle whispers of your own mind. Neuroscience reveals an incredible truth. Your nervous system is constantly eavesdropping on your internal dialogue, listening to every single word. The thoughts and words you silently speak to yourself actually create a powerful biological feedback loop within your physical body. If you whisper words of defeat and fear, your body responds by physically tensing up, itself for an imaginary failure. But when you consciously declare words of life and hope, your brain releases soothing chemicals that promote deep, restorative healing. The book of Proverbs in chapter 18, verse 21, beautifully captures this profound physical and spiritual reality. It reminds us with absolute clarity, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Even the quiet, silent words you speak over yourself tonight have profound power to either drain energy or completely restore you. This is exactly why Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 also urges us to carefully and diligently guard our hearts and minds, because everything you do, and even the peaceful way you sleep tonight, flows directly from that internal wellspring. So tonight, in the stillness of this room, let's intentionally choose to speak the language of life over your weary soul. I gently invite you to silently repeat this simple, powerful truth within your own mind as you continue to breathe. I am entirely forgiven. I am deeply and unconditionally loved. I am held securely by my Creator. Notice how your physical body responds to that beautiful declaration. Your chest softens, your breath deepens into a steady rhythm. Your nervous system is listening to that divine truth, and it is responding with a profound, unwavering, and heavy peace. As you continue to sleep, a beautiful, invisible transformation is happening in the quiet dark. In the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, we are told to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. This profound renewal is not just a mental exercise you have to force while you are awake. Even now, as your body rests completely, God's grace is working within the very physical structures of your brain. Remember the fascinating scientific truth we discovered earlier. The neurons that fire together naturally wire together to create lasting habits. Because you intentionally chose to fire thoughts of absolute peace and trust just before you closed your eyes, your brain is now spending this entire night wiring those exact pathways of peace into permanent, resilient structures. You are quite literally going to wake up with a different, healthier mind than the one you went to sleep with. The old, fragile, scribbled roads of anxiety are being softly overgrown, quietly fading away into the background. And the new, golden pathways of faith are becoming strong, sturdy highways of hope within you. This is the quiet, invisible miracle of grace that happens while you are completely unaware. You do not have to earn this renewal. You simply have to rest securely and receive it. Feel the gentle, slow rhythm of your breathing, perfectly mirroring the steady, faithful rhythm of His love for you. With every breath, you take in His endless peace, and you exhale the very last traces of yesterday's burdens. The night may be long, but His watchful, protective presence is eternal. You are entirely safe here. As the night slowly passes, your brain completes its vital work of healing and restoring. The heavy burdens you cast away yesterday are gone. They do not get to follow you into tomorrow. Biologically, a healthy night of surrendered sleep entirely resets your body's baseline. When the morning light finally breaks, your cortisol levels will rise naturally to gently wake you, without the toxic spike of panic. You will wake up from a deep, solid foundation of peace. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 22 and 23 promises this exact beautiful reset. Declares, "Through the Lord's mercies we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Every single morning is a biological and spiritual clean slate, a brand new, unwritten page. The mistakes of yesterday have been completely washed away by the gentle river of His grace. So rest now. Sleep deeply. The Creator of the dawn is already preparing tomorrow's light for you. You are fiercely loved. You are entirely safe. And your mind is beautifully renewed. Let the quiet peace of His presence carry you gently through the rest of this night. Sleep well, dear friend. Amen. This video is for spiritual encouragement and educational purposes, and is not a substitute for professional medical or psychological advice. If you are struggling with chronic anxiety or insomnia, please seek help from a qualified professional.